everybody, it's Bunny and it's everybody's favorite day of the week. The day of the week when we ask ourselves, does this thing really work? And today, you guys, we have a doozy. I have been wanting to test this product for definitely over a year now. It has been on my Amazon wish list. It seems amazing. And it's one of those things that you don't often see or hear about. I feel like it's kind of a new, like, was this on Kickstarter at some point? It kind of seems a little Kickstartery, a little Indiegogo. What it is the PRINKER, and it is a tattoo printer. So obviously not a permanent tattoo printer. That would either be amazing or catastrophic, depending on how this device is about to perform. I'm so excited to get this device unboxed and tell you all about it and test it out. But before we get started, let's give a quick thank you and a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Casetify. So like I said, today's video sponsor is Casetify. And you guys know that I have been using their cases forever. Not only do they have military grade drop protection, but they are always coming out with the most amazing collabs. Like this one I just got in the mail. It is a collab with Heinz ketchup, and this case is actually padded. And you guys, it literally feels like there's all these packets of ketchup sewn together. Like it feels kind of puffy and squishy when you poke it. It's amazing. They've also done collabs that I love with Lisa Frank, Hello Kitty, and I think even the Rolling Stones at some point. They are always coming out with amazing case designs and collabs, but they have a ton of customization options as well. You can make all of these custom photo collage cases or just upload like all one single picture. So be sure and check out Casetify by clicking the first link in the info box down below. If you click that link, you can get a case today, 20% off. So it's just casetify.com/graveyardgirl. They have like a case that is perfect for everybody. So be sure and click the link, check them out today. You won't regret it. You'll love their cases. Super protective and super adorable. Thank you so much, Casetify, for sponsoring today's video. So inside the box, you get the actual PRINKER printer device. You get this spray primer. This is actually like a 2-in-1 product, or you use it twice. You spray it on your skin before you apply the tattoo, and then you spray it on after to like set the tattoo. You also get the ink cartridge, of course, and you get a couple little pamphlets that basically just tell you to go online and stuff and look at the resources there to set it up and learn how to use it. I feel like few and far between devices these days you get like an actual hard copy manual. Anybody else have that experience? You also get this little storage baggie because you're only meant to leave the cartridge in the machine for 3 days at a time. I don't know what happens if you leave it in for more than 3 days, but hey, why don't I follow the instructions for once in my life? Imagine that. I want to talk more about the device in a minute, but I'm sure you guys are all here to see how well does the tattoo look, how easy is it to use, and I have been dying to try this. So I have this like up high camera over here, and hopefully this is gonna get, I just got this new tripod and I feel like every minute I'm about to knock this camera down. I kind of wanted to give you guys an eye in the sky because I think I'm gonna attempt to put the first tattoo here. So let's go ahead and prep the skin area. I feel like I'm prepped and primed. Ooh, I thought that it was honestly gonna have like maybe a very like alcohol sort of scent, but it literally smells like Body Splash. Like if this was sold to me at, you know, Bath and Body Works and they were like, ooh, freesia and daffodils, like I wouldn't question that. This actually, wow, okay. We're gonna pull up a custom design that I just did. I think it's in my favorites. I made this myself because it's literally a tattoo that I would have right now if we were not, once again, in the middle of a pandemic. We're gonna be doing a little Hunter S. Thompson homage today. I wanted to get that tattoo. You know what? I probably actually wanted to get that tattoo here, like kind of on the inside, but I have another arm, so I could do that here. What happens when I say prink? It's like, I guess, sending it to the prinker. Okay, I guess it's loaded in there. I have no idea if it's gonna print like horizontally or vertically. Why am I nervous? This is like 100% temporary. Okay. Oh, it's so tiny. And I did it wrong. It's really tiny. Let's prink it again. We're gonna say prink. That's so, I don't understand what's happening. It feels more or less like not something is being printed, but like I'm rolling on something. Wish there was a way to make it bigger, but I feel like I'm doing it wrong every single time. Ooh, okay, that time came out quite a bit clearer. Attempt 1, attempt 2, attempt 3. Oh, look, they're saying like, is your tattoo blurred? Practice makes perfect. I can't stop prinking. It's honestly quite fun. Oh, bad. I was doing better and then I got so much worse. We're gonna try another design. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and seal this in because we want to immortalize that forever. It looks so darn good. You know what? I've got this whole top of my arm here. Ew. Hopefully it's non-toxic because I am eating and drinking it. Oh, you know what? We'll do the Death Eater tattoo because somebody already had that loaded in there, and we'll see if that's bigger or if they're all kind of that small. Maybe I was just like under some bizarro impression that you could get them to be like tattoo sized. Press prink. Okay, there's the arrows. Oh gosh dang it. That one was gonna be better. You know, you are meant to be able to wash it off with soap and water, so it is supposed to be waterproof. Like if you just get it wet, that's supposed to be okay, but if you apply soap, it's supposed to come off. Well, I just noticed the dimensions are down there. So I think I just overdid it on the primer because let me go ahead and show you guys on this camera. Like my skin looks a little bit shiny and you can kind of feel like there is a product there. But let's go ahead and test this Death Eater one again. So we're gonna tell it to prink and then we're gonna wait while it loads. While I was just like washing everything off, spraying my arm, waiting for everything to dry, I went ahead and tried to fix my Hunter S. Thompson tattoo, which cost me another slot, which I wanted to just jump into the product demo first because I'm sure that's why most of you guys are here. You actually want to see if it does work and you know, how well it works. But it is kind of one of these subscription service things. I don't know. More on that in a minute. Hope that this works. Okay. Ooh, I feel like that is the best one ever. And it really, really is the definition of practice makes perfect because they do even include like a little pamphlet, which I'll go ahead and show you guys. This is the only thing that like comes close to instructions that they actually provide you with in the box. They say if it's blurred, it's because you're actually pressing the prinker against your skin. You're meant to just not like hover it over the skin, but just like not press down at all. I guess if you roll too fast or too slow, maybe it will break your design up. Okay, so they're saying if you don't prime, it can be smudged, and if you press down too hard, it can also be smudged. But you guys, this is actually very impressive. Let me know, would you guys think that this is a real tattoo if you didn't just see me print it on? I feel like it definitely looks more real than, you know, like traditional temporary tattoos. I mean, definitely up close you can tell that it's not real. I mean, compared to like, oh my gosh, my crazy, terrible first tattoo. But just having the real ink next to the fake ink there, I mean, you can still tell that, you know, something is a little bit different. So this is the clearest print that I've been able to get so far, but I still think maybe I don't have my form like 100% perfected yet. I'm gonna seal this in and go ahead and prime the top of my arm. And I'm not gonna go as crazy with the primer this time, and see if that, oh, the eyes look a little like they're getting a little bit maybe blurrier after I just wet the tattoo again, right? Or am I just imagining this? Side note, the smell that at first was like very pleasant is now kind of giving me a headache. It's like a good smell, but like a very strong smell. Like I said, I remade my gonzo design. Let's test that on the top of my arm. And then I think I'm gonna go in the other room and prime a couple areas so we can test out a couple other designs that people have made. Maybe this is just like not designed properly, I guess, because I did just like copy and paste the image from Google. I don't know how other people have submitted these designs into the system. Like maybe they're actually illustrating them or something. I don't know. It's still so tiny. I feel like it came out a lot better this time. You can definitely see what it says. I have some more room here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just prink a couple more designs. There was this like weird kind of Joker mask, but it honestly looks like Joaquin Phoenix, so pretty jazzed for that. Ooh, that one came out like maybe I pressed a little too hard, but that looks pretty cool. There was another one that I liked. That was a skeleton. Actually, let's do this. There's like a UFO. Oh, guys, I do almost feel like the spray has like gotten to me. It's almost like, I don't know, if you sit in a room with like spray paint or something for too long. Maybe I should have done this on my leg. More prinking room. Oh, I definitely did not do that very well. Maybe it's because it's like in a kind of weird, awkward, bony area of my arm. I've got space up here. There was a skeleton that I liked. Let's go ahead and prink that. I wish I had more room on this like Death Eater area of my arm, but that one is so big. That one is like honestly perfect. That one's kind of the most realistic one that we've been able to do today. I guess my Gonzo one is okay, but it's like not as big, I guess. I can't get it as big as I want it. Oh, I feel like I'm doing it in a weird area. I mean, it doesn't look terrible though. So I know my Gonzo one has some text on it, but I bet a lot of you guys would like to know what just like more lettering looks like. So there was this Carpe Diem design, and we have like a little olive branch. Oh! Now I'm just doing it bad. You guys, I'm gonna go prime my freaking legs, and we'll see if like leg is much flatter surface, and we'll see if that works out a little bit better. Ooh, maybe I can just like pop my shin up here. I've got like much more pores. I've got enlarged pores on the legs from shaving. I don't know what this face I'm making with these hands is. Ugh. Okay. Welcome to hair dyeing headquarters. So this Death Eater one is completely sealed. So I just wanted to bring you guys into the shower, and we'll see quite a bit of water there. I don't think I remember to seal these in. So we'll see kind of the difference there. Everything is nice and wet. And wow. That is really impressive. I mean, I'm rubbing pretty vigorously. I mean, probably if you take your fingernail, wow. Even if I take my fingernail and actually scratch at it, if it's sealed in with just water, it doesn't seem to come off. Now see, the Joker one, I didn't seal in, and even just not adding soap, but just adding water, you guys can see the big difference there. I'm sure y'all can see the ink coming off and everything. I'm gonna add a little bit of body wash, and we'll see if I can rub this off with soap and water. I feel like you really do kind of have to work at it to remove it, even with soap. Once you've sealed it in, but I'm sure you guys can see if you don't seal it in and use soap, it washes off like instantly. I'm having to like aggressively scratch. You guys are about to see, like, my arm is gonna be quite red. Skin is a little red here from me scratching at it, but you can still lightly see the Death Eater design, and the other ones are completely gone that I didn't seal in properly. And I also feel like I've noticed a difference depending on how long you're wearing the design. It comes more difficult to cleanly wash off the longer that you've been wearing it. So there maybe seems to be some sort of like staining aspect to it, but I really think that if I were to use like, you know, a body scrub, something with like a little bit of exfoliant in it, or, you know, if I really like got after it even more, it would come off. So it's not something that's gonna like leave behind, I don't know what accent that was. It's not something that's gonna leave behind like a permanent mark. But you guys, on the leg, I had so much fun. I don't know if it's like a difference of a couple of things, a couple of factors, like obviously, like I have wider, flatter leg skin, so I feel like it's just less curvy than trying to print stuff on my arm, or if it is just because I've finally like gotten down the you know, whole finesse of how hard to press and how quick to roll. But everything I printed on my leg turned out really awesome. I'm sure you guys can see just between the two Carpe Diems, the one I tried again on my leg and the one that was on my arm, there's like clear differences in clearness there. I also tried this extra long hot dog. I was very surprised by how big this hot dog tattoo is. I tested out the boo, a seahorse, this really awesome like beetle design. I think that the images come out better and look more realistic when they don't have as much solid areas of ink. Like, just for side-by-side comparison, I feel like the beetle looks much more real than the hot dog. You know, once again, it could be slight differences from me pressing one design to the other, but I feel like the designs that are not as concentrated in areas of ink, they come out cleaner. They look sharper. They're not as, like the hot dog I feel like has just a little bit of blurring. So I feel like it is time for some conclusions and, you know, my final review of the product. It is a lot of fun. I feel like once you get started in using this thing, it's like almost you don't want to stop, because you're like, oh, what's this design gonna look like? What's this design gonna look like? And it's just kind of like the fun of honestly learning how to properly get something to print. I mean, nothing looks as real as a real tattoo does. Nothing fake looks as real as a real tattoo. That's an easier way of saying that. I'm gonna dangerously stand on this spinning chair. I feel like if you saw some of these designs from a distance, like, doesn't that beetle like kind of look real? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, when I was like in junior high all through high school, I used to every day take a Sharpie pen and draw a butterfly on my ankle. And a couple teachers honestly stopped me and wanted to get me into trouble because they thought that I was, which I'm like, you can be a minor and get a tattoo as long as you have parents' permission. I don't know what they thought that they were gonna do about it if it was a real tattoo. I guess maybe they could like make me cover it up every day. I don't know, but I had to explain like, no, I just draw it with a Sharpie, whatever. But I feel like it's kind of that sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was on your body at a distance, I don't think people would be like, is that a real tattoo? I think they would just assume that it is a real tattoo. This is kind of an alternative for like, if you want something that looks reasonably real as almost like part of your makeup routine or something. Like, you guys know I have those like fake septum piercings where I just like slide the ring in, and I have a couple of them that a lot of you guys think that I ultimately went out and like got a real nose piercing. So I almost think that you could incorporate that into your like beauty routine on that level if you wanted a tattoo but you didn't want a real tattoo. This is almost like a tattoo machine for indecisive people that don't want to commit to like a design design full-time, forever, on your skin. Now I'm gonna tell you guys the biggest downside, in my opinion. It seems like everything you buy these days, they want you to not only buy the device, which I don't remember exactly how much it cost, but it's certainly not cheap. And it's like once you commit to buying their system, and if you want to keep using it, then you're gonna already be committing to buying, you know, the primers and refill inks and all of that. But you only can do 20 custom designs every month, or you have to pay a monthly subscription that ranges anywhere from $5 a month to $20 or to $10 a month. I don't like that. I think that that kind of sucks, like especially when you first get the machine and you're in the process of like trial and error and learning. Like for me with my Gonzo tattoo, I already used 2 slots there. It's not like if you make a design and you mess up, you can go back and like alter the same design you've already created. You have to take up a whole nother slot. People don't want to pay $5 a month to submit a bunch of designs, but if they opened it up and you could just make a bunch of designs, then maybe you could like download the app, see a design that you really, really liked that somebody submitted, and it would encourage you to buy like the whole system. So I don't know. I think that that really just kind of sucks. I think that that's cheesy. I know people have like different opinions on like subscriptions and like automatic subscriptions and all kinds of stuff like that, but that is my 2 cents. To me, that's far and away the worst thing about this entire product. Right now, this is a newer device, so there are quite a few categories and tattoo designs to choose from. I mean, you guys saw there was a lot of tattoo designs already at my disposal that I liked, that I wanted to try today. So it's not like there wasn't anything already submitted that I would want to try, like that I felt like I had to create my own design to get something that I liked. Other than that, I really have no complaints about this thing. I am almost tempted to now buy the color ink. So if you're thinking about getting this, I would probably honestly recommend, I mean, unless there is just a specific tattoo design that you want to print in color, I would recommend getting the slightly less expensive black ink only version, because as you guys could see when I was loading the ink, this machine does come with the space. You can do color ink and black ink. So, you know, get it a little bit cheaper, try it, see if you like it, maybe see how much you end up using it before you commit to buying something that's like much more expensive. Everything else about this was super easy. The setup process was super easy. The charging is super easy. I love how in the app they tell you how much battery power you still have left, so you know when you need to charge it. I just hate the monthly subscription thing. They should at least give you like more templates to start off in the beginning, because you kind of don't know how the tattoo is going to turn out. Like once again, my little Gonzo design I made, when you actually upload an image, there's 3 different styles you can choose from. One is just the image, like just how you uploaded it. And then there are 2 other styles. I think one is called outline and one is called edge. And I think maybe the edge, like choosing their little, like, I don't know if it's like changing the resolution or something, like it made it a little bit better. But do you see what I'm saying? There's like a lot of experimentation to figure out what works the best when you're first starting out. So it just sucks that every single time you try and even like figure out how to use the machine, like you're being subtracted one of the 20 designs. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this machine down below. What do you think? Is it something that you think is really cool? Would you want to try it and use it yourself? Do you think you would use it regularly? Or is it something that you think is kind of like more gimmicky and you'd just rather go out and get a real tattoo? I would love to know. Also, a huge thank you once again to today's video sponsor, which is Casetify. Don't forget, click the first link in the info box down below today. Check out all of their awesome cases. There's a lot of customization options over there as well. And until I see you guys again, thank you guys so much for hanging out today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp family, and give an alligator its wings. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all again very, very soon. Bye! Bye.